Okay, so today we're going to give you some tips on how to make the absolute best gin and tonic. Gin and tonic is one of my favorite drinks for a variety of reasons. It's just crisp and fresh and refreshing. It keeps your mouth tasting fresh throughout the night. Unlike with beer and some other things, you just kind of start tasting yucky in your mouth after a while. Also in the summer, it's a crisp, refreshing drink. The other thing I like, it's not overly sweet. I mean, you can drink these all night long. And another added bonus, they say clear liquors and liquors without a lot of sugars tend to be less likely to give you a hangover. So that's another reason to drink the gin and tonics. It's a pretty simple drink. Basically two ingredients minus the ice. You basically got the gin and tonic and, maybe a lime if you like a lime. One of the most important ingredients in the gin and tonic is the tonic water. Let me pause and take a sip here. When you're looking for tonic water, you're going to want to get tonic water without high fructose corn syrup. Makes a world of difference and tastes much better. It's about midnight. I just had a taste for some gin and tonics a little bit ago, so I just ran down to the corner store, and of course that's all they have. Some really nice, really highly rated, fancy, and expensive tonics you can buy online. But there's no need to go to buy the stuff online or buy the expensive stuff. Just go to either Trader Joe's or Whole Foods, and they have some great tasting tonic water with natural sugar, not high fructose corn syrup, for pretty cheap prices. So either Trader Joe's or Whole Foods is where you want to go for your tonic water. I try to stay away from the Canada Dry, and I forget what the other common brand in supermarkets is, slipping my mind. Obviously, pretty much the only other ingredient is going to be gin. I know a lot of people like Bombay Saphire because it comes in a fancy, blue frosted glass. It's more expensive. It's kind of the high-end one. For gin and tonics, if you are going to use Bombay, you're better off using the regular Bombay, the dry gin. Comes in like a white and red bottle. A lot of people I notice on YouTube and just in general like using the Sapphire. Sapphire is definitely not the best one to make a gin and tonic with. It's got too many different flavors and stuff in there. It also has kind of an alcohol-y and kind of a chemical taste when made with a gin and tonic. I don't know. Personally, I'm just not a fan of it. But I think most people would agree you should be using a dry gin. You could use just the regular Bombay, Bombay dry gin. That stuff makes a pretty good gin and tonic. Personally, I really like the Beefeater. It's really cheap. This stuff, this wasn't even that cheap. I bought this at just kind of the corner liquor store. It's a little bit more expensive, but as you can see, it's $24.99 for a fifth. I believe this bottle right here, this small little pint or whatever it is, was probably about the same price as this whole fifth. The regular Bombay is slightly cheaper, but still isn't nearly as cheap as a Beefeater. I find Beefeater has the best taste. You also can't beat the price. Let's see. Then you also got the lime. A lot of people cut big old lime wedges, like the size of a lime you'd wedge into a Corona bottle. My personal opinion, I guess whatever tastes good to you, drink it that way. If you like a lot of lime, put a lot of lime in there. But personally, get limes from the grocery store, not the liquor store. You're not really wanting the juice from the actual lime. You're kind of wanting more the liquid and the zest from the from the skin. Personally, I like to cut a piece of lime and not even have very much of the pulp, but have mostly skin. Twist it over the top of the gin and tonic. And you're basically just wanting to get the zest and the oils from the skin. You really don't even want the lime juice that much. Personally, lime juice is a little bit too much. Adds a little bit too much of a lime flavor to the drink. What you really want to do is just cut a thin piece. And the reason you're going to want to get the lime from the grocery store is because the limes in the grocery store are a little bit fresher. As you can see here, and as you probably know if you've seen fruit on the counter in liquor stores, it's always some pretty dried out fruit. The skin always looks like leather. You're going to want to get a fresh lime where the skin still has some oils and things in it. But these are some tips on how to make the best gin and tonic. It's one of the best drinks you can get out there. Like I said, I'm not following my own rules tonight. I just decided a little bit ago I had a taste for some gin and tonics tonight and just ran down to the corner store. But if you're having a party or if you got time to run out and get the proper ingredients, like I said, tonic water, get the stuff without high fructose corn syrup. Do not do Canada Dry or the others. For your gin, make sure you get a dry gin. It doesn't have to be Beefeater. If you prefer Bombay, you can use regular Bombay. But don't make a gin and tonic with Bombay Saphire. It's not the best tasting gin and tonic, and also you're pretty much wasting expensive liquor. So there's the tips for today.